must have seen a lot of folks visit the meadows of Mannar, the waters of Wayanad, the temples of Trivandrum, and the vast beaches of Varkala. But I am gonna go a bit deeper, exploring the vast nature reserves and wildlife sanctuaries, rural streams and pathways, forgotten canals and boatways, and so much more. In a bid to uncover a land of sheer beauty and mesmerizing contrast. Join me as I travel from the mangroves of Munroe to the aquatic adventures of Alleppey, then head eastwards to the vast valleys of Vagamon and tea plantations of Thekadi. I hope this is an experience as enjoyable for you to watch as it was for me to be there. Hey guys, we are at the Kollam junction right now. We boarded the train from Bangalore to Kollam. We got down here and we are now boarding this train called the Alappuzha Express to Munroe Islands. So the best way that people usually prefer is to travel by cab from Kollam to Munroe. But there was this local train that we found around the same time that we were here, and we decided to board this particular one, and it has those wooden boards in place of birds. So let's go. We begin our journey from the ancient city of Kollam, a port where the Arabs, the Chinese, Ethiopians, Syrians and the Romans have all engaged in trade for over a millennium. And in this legendary city lies a pristine slice of heaven called Munroe Islands. Also known as the Sinking Islands of Kerala, it comprises of 8 smaller islets and is locally called Munrothuruttu, where Thuruttu is actually Malayalam for island. What should have taken us an hour by road took us only 25 minutes by train, and a quick 10 minutes auto ride later, we reached our homestay called Munroe Meadows.
Checked in our hotel here in Munroe Island, and the first thing that the owner suggested us to do is to take cycle rides around the island to explore more stuff so that we can do all those things in the evening when the sun sets. So that is our plan of action as of now. We are not freshening up because cycle se jana hai, pasina to ho hi jayega. After that we'll freshen up and head for our plan for the rest of the day. Quick update, it's 4:30 in the evening. We are all freshened up, well rested, and off to explore Munroe Island on a boat, on a canoe.
We are greeted by the friendly face of Mr. Ashokan here, who is our sailorman for the evening. Munroe Islands is known for its narrow canals, extensive prawn farming, karimeen fish farming, coconut coir weaving, mangrove plants, and these beautiful little birds called neer kaka, which literally translates to water crows. Cormorants, as they are scientifically called, can swim underwater, catch their prey, lift off, and fly away.
Okay, so what you just saw, the blue nets, they're basically prawn farms. They do prawn farming here, and the farming is done for 4 months. It takes 4 months to for the prawns to mature. So they basically get fresh produce of prawns in March if they start the farming in December. That is how the prawn farming works here. So we'll be going from under that bridge kind of a structure. Of course we'll be ducking, although I'm not sure if I need to. I'm short enough for it. I don't have to. I am short enough. कभी तो फायदा हुआ छोटे होने का. So this water that we are canoeing through right now is called Kallada River. So it's not exactly backwaters of the sea anymore, but it's a full flowing, proper, beautiful span of river, passage of river. Guys, this is absolutely beautiful. I've not seen anything more calm, more peaceful, more serene than this ever. There's just water everywhere. Till wherever the eyes can see, there is water. And amidst so much water, there's this sense of peace and beauty. It's inexplicable. It's a must visit. Okay, so when I was initially planning the itinerary for the Kerala travel, I added Munroe Island only for this passage of water, the mangroves. But in all reality, Munroe Island is much more than this, but this is the moment of truth and it looks damn interesting. So here is a much needed shout out to Ashokan uncle who's been rowing us through this canoe passage all over Munro. He is 68 years old and the man has been taking us everywhere for the last 3 hours, and he's been doing this since the last 50 years, which is just mad strength and determination. Massive respect for Ashokan uncle here. The birds there, everything is just perfect. If this is not picturesque, I do not know what is. Temple here close by and they're playing Carnatic music in the Rag Mohanam, and I do not think anything better than this goes with the music, because Mohanam literally translates to fascinating or infatuating. Look around.
Once we were filled to our heart's content by the absolute majesty of the sunset and the landscape, we headed back to our homestay for the night.
Okay, so now we're checking out from this beautiful, beautiful property called Munroe Meadows. We're headed to the railway station now because we're gonna board a local train to Alleppey. So let's go. These are our hosts. Meet Anjana and Ajit. Thank you so much. You guys are great.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so we are here at the Munroe train station yet again, and while I feel like I am done with train travel for a while, I think the best way to commute in Kerala at least is via these local trains because they are dead cheap. So for example, yesterday when we traveled from Kollam to Munroe Island, it was about a 40-kilometer distance, but the cab drivers were not ready for anything less than $1,000. And today also we are traveling a distance of about 86 kilometers and our ticket costs about 40 rupees per person. Yesterday also we paid the same for Kollam to Munroe Island, and today we are paying the same for Munroe Island to Alleppey. So it's pretty cheap and efficient because it's only going to take us 2 hours and not going to take any toll on our energy whatsoever because we are not driving. So I think train is a good way of commuting.
Next up, join me in my journey to the synonym of paradise, Alleppey.